Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Bianca and this is my first ever video. I'm going to be going on an indefinite no buy and panning my humongous collection. Okay, so we're here because my collection makes me feel a little bit sick to look at. It is humongous. A lot of it are in kind of like tubs around the house. A lot of it is collecting dust. It's stuff that I've bought and thought, oh, I'll get to it eventually, and I've never opened it, never used it. So that needs to change. That's why I'm on the no buy. I think it's going to take me years to get through my collection. I probably don't need to buy some of these categories ever again. I'll probably have to throw out a lot of things that expire before I get to them, which is a bit sad. I feel very attached to all the things that I've bought, so decluttering is kind of hard for me. So my goal while we're in isolation is to do a full face of makeup every single day, rotate things, get rid of the stuff that's the oldest and get it done, finished, so I can chuck it out and move on. So let's get into the numbers now. Foundations, I have 27. That is far too much. I don't need 27. I think I do need a few varieties because my skin tone changes a lot depending on the season and if I see any sun. So right now I'm kind of at my palest. I'm wearing the lightest foundation that I own, which is ColourPop 90, the liquid foundation. In summertime, if I get out in the sun, I get really tanned. It's because I have olive skin and I am half Turkish. So I'm meant to be somewhere hotter, you know, in the Middle East than here in Australia in the winter time. So that's why my skin loves the sun and just laps it up. So yeah, that's why I kind of need a few different varieties. I think I made the mistake in my collection to buy a lot of the Fenty foundation when it first came out. It really just doesn't work for my dry skin. It kind of gets patchy and makes me look like, you know, I'm starving in the desert. That doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean. My skin is thirsty. My skin is so thirsty. So that was a mistake. I wish I didn't buy it, but I did. Next category is primer, and I have 12 primers. Again, that's too many. I don't need them. A lot of them are backups, so I think 5 of them are the Fenty matte primer, which, like I said, doesn't work for me, so I'll just try and get through them. Powder, I have 14 powder products. That's both loose powder and pressed powder. I don't really use them that much unless I'm doing my makeup for my stage performances, where I actually prefer like a more full coverage, really powdered up, because often we'll sweat under the lights, or if we're dancing, that makes your makeup move around a little bit more. So I'm not working at the moment, so I can't really use them, the powders, at work, so I'll try and just get through it here at home. Setting spray, I have 3 setting sprays. That's fine. I'm not really worried about that category. This is actually the category where I have the least amount of products. Concealer, I have 9. I think this kind of came to be because I bought a few from ColourPop and I wasn't really sure of what color would work with my skin and the foundation that I use. So I'll try and just pan the ones that are a bit off while we're here in isolation. I don't mind looking a little bit busted just sitting around at home. Bronzer, I have 8. That's too much. We all know it takes so long to pan these, you know, face products, so I'd like to get that down to 3. Blush, I have 10. I don't know why. I don't know why I have 10, because I know what my favorite blush is. It's MAC Peachy Keen. I first got that blush when I was a teenager, I'd say, and so I don't know why I ever strayed and tried to branch out and find something new. I know that I like that color, and the finish is really nice and kind of shimmery. I think it's a frost finish, so I don't know why I did that. Highlighters, I have 15. That's too many. I would like to have 5. Palettes, I have 29. Most of these are from ColourPop as well, but I have a few Kylie palettes. I have a Smashbox palette. I would just like to get this down to 20. I don't mind having so many, but a lot of them just don't get used, which is a real shame. And I always kind of reach for the neutral brown ones. So I'm going to try and mix it up and get into some of the brighter colors as well. Loose eyeshadows, or sorry, not loose. Single eyeshadows, I have 43. I don't need 43, that's too much. These are mostly the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, which I kind of got into around the start of me ordering from ColourPop. I would just Google what the most popular colors were and just buy them. A lot of them are really glittery though, so it's kind of good for the lid. So you can't really just do, you know, one and done. It's a bit hectic for everyday activities, so much glitter. So really going to try and branch out, and I've hit pan on quite a few of them, but I'd like to finish a few. Eyeliners, I have 21. I don't know why I have 21. A lot of them are dupes. I mean, how many colors of eyeliner can you have? I mean, I know you could have like the whole rainbow, but mine are mostly just brown and black with like one white one, I think. So that's too much. I would like to have 5. Eyebrow products, I have 13. As you can see, I have really full brows. It's because we can't go get them threaded at the moment either. But I always kind of have thick brows. It's my heritage. I think that has blessed me with these caterpillars. So I don't really need too many brow products. I think having 2 would be enough. So let's get that number down. A lot of these are ColourPop brow gels. So I get through them really quickly, so I think we're going to see massive improvements in that category. Mascaras, I have 6. That's too many. I would like to have 3. A lot of them are backups that I've bought, but I just don't get to them in time, you know, so let's get that number down. Lip liner, I have 26. That's way too much. I don't use lip liner every day, so for this challenge, this no buy challenge, panning challenge, I'm going to try and use lip liner every day on top of my lipsticks to really get that number down. I think 10 is all that I need in terms of variety of colors. 10 is probably too much, but let's just get that number down to start with. And lipsticks, this is my worst category. I love lipstick. I just love shopping for lipstick. I love the different finishes. I love bright, zany colors. Even though I don't wear them that much, I get sucked in by the marketing, and that's how we ended up where we are today. I have 156 lipsticks. Yep, that makes me feel really anxious to think about, makes me feel sick, because I just don't get to them all. A lot of them are sitting there, never been used before. Just slowly expiring. So I really want to get rid of the ones that have gone bad already. So the older ones in my collection, you know, if they're not wearing well or they're too dry, like the matte lipsticks, I'm going to declutter them and make space for the new stuff that actually looks good. I think there's no point going out in, you know, a really dry matte lipstick that's like cracking and looks really bad. So that's my goal, to get this number down to 100 by the end of the year. That would be amazing. So stay tuned. Let's see how I go. Most of these are from ColourPop. Probably I'd say 70% of my lipsticks are from ColourPop. They're so cheap, which is why I think why I got in this position to begin with. I think, oh, it's $7. Yeah, I'll get, you know, all 20. When the Blooded Lips came out, I bought every single one. And honestly, I don't reach for the Blooded Lips that often. So I don't know. That's how we got here. But moving on, we're going to try and narrow that down. I would love to just have a collection that is mobile, you know, that I can put in my suitcase and go on a holiday, or when I go away for work overseas or interstate. I'm not just like cherry picking out of this huge bucket of stuff that sits there collecting dust. So that's why I'm on this no buy, probably for the end of time, probably for as, you know, until I'm 70, because I have so much makeup and it doesn't get used, and we need to turn that around. It's a waste of my money. It's a waste of the products. It's a waste of space sitting in storage. So yeah, stay tuned on my journey. Thanks for tuning in and watching this video. Please hit subscribe if you'd like to follow along. And if you're on your own panning journey, please drop in the comments what your best category is and what your worst category is in your collection. And we're all on this journey together. Thanks, guys.